Abandon all hope, ye who listen. It's the Nether Region podcast. He still showers with his dad. Here's Ian Hamilton.
Hi, I'm your co-host, failed comedian Ian Hamilton, and yeah, I showered with my dad, and yeah, I remember what it was like, and I mean, I was 4, so you just don't lose those memories.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'm here with my devilish tormentor, Art Brimstone.
Hello, everybody.
Who forces me to podcast and interview the living and the dead about their personal hells, as well as perform the worst torture of all, improv comedy.
Wow, you really hammed it up for this one, didn't you, Ian?
It's not hamming if it's what you feel. It's not fake.
Do you resonate with hamming? Like, do you feel like you're a ham? I feel like you're kind of a ham.
I do. I play it up.
Yeah.
I do play it up. It's like sometimes I'll be like, hey, everybody. And then someone will be like, that's so funny the way you said that thing. And I'm like, I know. I'm a comedian. I'm a failed comedian, but a comedian nonetheless.
Yeah.
You know, like they'll be like, the way you said that was funny. And I'm like, yeah, it's because I'm emoting funny. At all times,
right,
without even thinking about it.
Right.
So, like, why am I a failure if I'm so funny, Art?
Right. You're so in tune.
Right. How come no one listens to my podcast?
Yeah.
And no one listens to this podcast? I'm hilarious. I think I've made you laugh even. I'm making you laugh right now.
No, I'm not laughing at all.
No, you're laughing.
I'm just having a small convulsion. It's convulsion o'clock here in hell.
It's okay. You can laugh at how unfunny I am, but like I'm reversing the laughter. You know, I'm playing off your expectations of knowing that I suck.
Yeah.
Right?
You really think of yourself as like a guy who's playing like 5D chess, don't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You really think you're
so
like 5
strategic.
or 6 moves ahead of everybody, don't you?
I'm so strategic.
It's a big reason why you're down here.
Yeah, everybody on Earth said it was grating, and I don't know why. Even down here, people say, shut the fuck up. We can't, like, we're getting tormented constantly, and we would rather have our balls grated with a cheese grater.
That's right.
Than listen to you anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, I'm just asking you how your day is. And they're like, that's plenty.
It's very offensive down here in hell. I don't know why you don't seem to get it.
I swear to God I had friends on Earth.
Playing against the grain.
Yeah, grading.
Yeah.
Right, but I had friends. So I don't know why, although they did borrow money from me a lot.
Right.
All the time. I mean, I was like an ATM machine.
Yeah, and they always, for some reason, your friends always needed a ride everywhere you needed to go.
Yeah. And
they never just wanted to like talk or see how you were doing, but they just always needed a ride somewhere.
No, they were always on the phone if I ever was telling them about my problems. Now that I think about it, they were always kind of checked out. Yeah, or they'd like roll the window down so the heavy traffic noises would drown me out. Now that I think about it.
Right.
Anyway, Art, enough about me and how funny I am and about seeing my dad's big old dick when I was a kid.
All right. You don't need to flex on your dad.
Well, dad dick is huge. Everybody knows that. I'm ripping off other people's material, okay? That's not me making that up. That's everybody knows dad dick.
I think you just learned that you're adopted.
What?
Because we know you're not packing heat.
Okay, that took me a second.
Yeah.
That got me good.
Well, I think you're a little frazzled today, Ian.
I know, because I haven't even gotten to
the things that we need to get to.
The things we need to get through in the beginning, which are if I can guess your true name.
That's right.
And if I can guess the way I die.
Yep.
And there's some third thing.
The third thing is that somebody back on Earth needs to complete a summoning ritual to get you back up.
So if all 3 of those things happen, then I can escape hell.
That's right.
And I can. Do I get back to heaven, or do I get to heaven, or do I just get back to Earth?
Okay, Ian, you're jumping the gun here.
And so this is
you think you get to go straight up to the top?
Oh, purgatorio, perhaps?
No.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna guess your name.
Yep. Let's hit me with a name.
The only clue we have is just look at you. So I think you're Skin Tag Mortuary. Is that possible? That's your name?
I think I had a cousin maybe at one time who might have been a Skin Tag Mortuary from the mortuaries.
Oh, right.
But no,
the famous mortuary clan.
That's right.
Down here in the basement of hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Ian, no. Once again, you have failed.
Damn.
It's not my name.
All right. But how I died, I think that I finally learned the guitar, got blisters on my fingers, and then those blisters got infected, and I died from a high fever.
Oh, okay. You are kind of a sickly, gross little guy.
I am. One time I had a blister on my hand from, and this is true, from
Why would you be making up a story about a blister?
From using a hot glue gun, where you're just like putting a little bit of hot glue on you because you're like, that doesn't hurt so bad.
Right.
And then I put a big lump of glue on.
Right.
And then I got a huge blister on my hand. And then I popped it, and true story, it went straight into my eye.
Jesus Christ.
My early 20s, they can't be... You can't make it
Well,
up.
Ian, with stories like that, I can't imagine why you don't have any friends. Well, listen, Ian, I think we got to get to today's guest because speaking of hot glue,
Right.
This guy had a lot of trouble gluing together all the people in his life. Let me tell you. Oh, man.
Vaguely familiar with
I
what
think a
he
lot of people
did.
are.
I mean, there are stories, but
Right.
I gotta ask him so many questions.
Pretty famous guest of hell.
Yeah, and I guess I've really only what's the website where you don't read the book you're supposed to read? You just look at the Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
The Cliff Notes website.
Yeah, that big red dog is really smart. Anyway, he is the former king of Scotland. He was cursed by witches and assassinated the king and listened to his wife. Please welcome Macbeth.
You got me all wrong.
Uh-oh. What?
That's not me at all.
What?
I was the king of Scotland for 17 years. I never did any of that other shite.
You never listened to your wife?
No. She was a good woman. Don't get me wrong. Gru was a good woman, but I never listened to her. She listened to me.
Her name was Gru?
Gru.
Were like the minions?
No, I don't know about dominions.
That's true. You've been dead for a long time, right?
Gru is she's a homely woman.
Right.
She a widower to my brother, and I married her, and we're a good couple. We worked well together, but
okay.
she never murdered the king. I met him on the battlefield.
So let me just get this straight for all the listeners here. You are Macbeth,
I am Macbeth.
but you're not aware that there is a very, very famous human play written. Oh, okay.
He sounds aware and he sounds jaded.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I used to give massages
Oh,
at the seaside resort.
Okay.
that wasn't in the play.
And no, because it's not in the play. It's called Macbeth, but it's not about me. I'd give massages to people from London, and they'd be like, "Oh, we know all about you, Macbeth. We've seen plays about you." What? Then they get all whispery. The Scottish play. I'm from Scotland. They're all Scottish plays.
That's right.
There's so much to unpack here. First of all, I'm thinking that, okay, because when were you alive? Like the 12th century or
I don't keep good track of these things, but yeah, it's around then.
That's true.
Sure,
And
around then.
Sure.
time here in hell is a
12th,
bit
13th
different.
century, something
Right.
like that.
Well, if you were a good enough, if you were a masseuse and people came all the way from London to get massages from you, you must have been a hell of a masseuse.
I was a great masseuse. I try to give massages down here, and they're like, "No, that's not part of the plan here.
Right.
You got to
Yeah.
hurt people. So when I give you a
Right.
massage, I have to
Dig out your nails
I have
and
to
get
not
really
trim
in there.
my nails. I
That's
got to
right.
really go in there.
And no lotion.
No lotion.
We are getting rid of the Jergens,
It's all
Ian.
dry. And instead of putting on nice music, I have to put on your podcast.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Very good. Very good, Macbeth. I
I
like this Macbeth.
I've heard that it's not relaxing and it actually induces heart attacks.
So if I ever meet whoever spread these lies about me,
Right.
I will rip out his tongue
Whoa.
and I'll cut it off,
Oh.
put it in a soup, and boil it for 16 hours.
Oh, my
Then
goodness.
With vegetables and get it all reduced.
Sure.
And then I would feed it back to him, but he wouldn't be able to taste how good it is
That's-
because I cut his tongue.
That is so strange. Art has turned me into plenty of soups
Yeah.
and bouillabaisses and mirepoix.
Bouillabaisses?
You know what? I forget what bouillabaisse is. What's the cold soup?
Vichyssoise.
Gazpacho.
Gazpacho.
Well, there's that too.
What is vichyssoise?
It's a potato soup.
Okay. That, well, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, what? But wait, but you're from like the 11th or 12th century, so you wouldn't even have had potatoes in Scotland,
What?
right? They're from South America.
They're from Ireland.
You should know about that, Ian.
They're my neighbors. We go down there and get potatoes.
I think it's one of those Colombian exchange things. I don't know. I can't.
Why do you continually try to historically stump and
Because
get the guests?
I didn't graduate from college, and I have a chip on my shoulder. I need to be the smartest one in the room.
I love a good potato.
I had a genuine question. And if you ever meet the person that wrote all this, Shakespeare's down here. We've run into him.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on the podcast.
Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare. He was a English, writer guy.
Bard. He was a bard.
He was a liar.
Yeah.
He's full of crap.
Wow.
Right. Crap.
You introduce me to him, and I'll give him a massage.
He's always kind of prancing around down here. I mean,
Well, it's hot down here. You can't walk barefoot.
no, that's true. Yeah. I mean, I have to walk barefoot, but you see a lot of people down here in chacos, the sandals, or a lot of devils and demons.
Chacos, of course, are chocolate sandals.
Yeah, so they melt.
Yeah, and they melt and you get all sticky feet.
Yeah. I
Almost
walked
worse
in
than
it.
sticky hands.
Yeah.
Wow, so your big threat is that if you saw William Shakespeare, you would give him a massage.
He has haunted me. This other Macbeth has haunted me.
Wow.
People think I'm a bad guy. I was a good king.
Right.
I served for 17 years.
Okay.
I was good. I was steady. The economy was good.
Good economy.
I promoted Christianity, which has some really good ideas on how to take care of poor people.
Right.
They're literate.
and
They
how-
write things down.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it.
And how to kill people if they don't believe in Christianity. It's all in there.
Right.
Sure.
You sent a lot of people down here.
There's a lot of Christians down here. There's a lot of Christians that killed non-Christians and Christians that killed Christians. Hell is littered with Christians.
I know.
So you think that those things that you did make you a good king, and therefore you don't deserve to have this sort of this play, or there's something about having this play that just gets you the wrong way? Is the fact that people think you're like a cursed dude?
This
you're
guy-
fucking around with witches.
This other Macbeth.
Okay.
The fictional one.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I say pussy whipped?
You're in
We're
hell.
in hell.
All right. Well, there's that. His wife and these witches manipulated the hell out of him. And he listens to them and goes ahead and kills a king while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Who
Right.
kills somebody while they're sleeping?
You would never do that? You would never
No.
massage somebody to death while they're asleep?
No, face to face. I would roll them over and stab them.
Yeah, Duncan was killed in his sleep, wasn't in the play. You didn't kill Duncan in real life.
On
did
the
you?
battlefield.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, were you?
Did you massage him to death?
Wasn't a masseuse then.
Oh, okay. So you used like a sword or a big axe?
Yeah.
Okay,
A big sword.
A big sword?
Stabbed him right in the chest.
Wow, that'll do it.
Yeah. He was not a good king. Duncan was not a good king.
Oh, okay.
So I took over and I set things right.
So in reality, people were happy you killed Duncan,
Yeah.
but in the play, people were upset you killed him.
Oh, poor Duncan. Duncan sucked. He was a deck.
He
It was a patio?
like wood.
D-I-C-K. Deck.
What do you see?
D-I-C-K. Deck.
Okay, I think I know what he's saying, but I'm gonna need I'm gonna need
listeners,
a
email
translator.
us, netherregionpod@gmail.com if you know what Macbeth is saying.
There's no Google Translate down here.
So, I mean, why do you think Shakespeare would write a play about you if, by all intents and purposes, you seem like you say you're a good dude?
I think it's just stealing my story and then making changes to try to make it more Hollywood. I guess that's my guess. But he took too many liberties.
Right.
Just change. Don't make it Macbeth. Make it Jones. Something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
the
make it
football player.
Right, make
don't-
it.
Don't steal my name. Don't
Yeah.
steal parts of my life. Do
Right.
your own shite, Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean,
You're a very possessive guy, Macbeth.
It's my life. He ruined my reputation.
I know, right?
Everybody I would
Tell it to
meet.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
wait, what? I don't get what?
It's my life.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're really torn up about this.
It burns me. I try to be a good man, and everybody's like, which is this? And
I try to be a
killed your
good
best
man.
friend.
I murdered somebody, and I'll admit it. I murdered the leader of our country. Either
On
way,
a
you
battlefield. That's a different thing.
I'll give you that, Macbeth. I mean, you have killed people. That's that's a thing. But at the same time,
did you do Christian penance afterwards?
No, it's a
No,
battlefield.
that's why you're down here.
I didn't sneak up behind him.
That doesn't.
We met toe to toe on the battlefield.
That's way too
no,
close.
no. Even in battle, you still have to commit penance. Give penance.
Why is the bad stand-up comedian telling me about religion?
I run into a lot of fanatics down here. Everyone's got their opinion. Well, everyone down here was wrong, right? For the most part.
Sure.
Like they believed really heavily in something.
Well, I guess I was wrong because I'm here.
Right. Well, I'm saying it maybe you were right and you just forgot in the heat of battle to give penance for the killing.
No giving penance. There's just killing.
Ian, you don't know anything about religion.
What?
You struck out on history. You struck out on
was-
religion. What do you want to take on next?
You struck out on potatoes too.
No, I was right about potatoes, and my confirmation name is Barnaby, and that is true.
Macbeth, have you ever considered maybe trying to flip the script here? I mean, like, listen, I'm a little devil guy. I'm a little stinker. I'm always trying to climb, the hell ladder and figure out different ways to increase my value. Have you ever thought about just trying to make money off this whole thing? Maybe you could, open up a candle store that sells candles that run out really fast.
Do special appearances as Macbeth. Hey, I'm the real Macbeth.
Yeah, like a William Shatner, post Star Trek sort of situation. It's like you can be mad about it, but eventually you should just cash in, lean into it. I mean, you can make a lot of soul coin, from putting I'm the real Macbeth. You could brand yourself that way, make some t-shirts. You could make a lot of gremlin yen by
flipping burgers.
What?
You could open up a Macbeth's. Over 1 billion served.
It's probably 100 billion.
I met a guy who says he's the real Kramer on something called Steinfeld.
Yeah.
And he made money off of that.
Yeah, long-haired hippie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could be the real
There was a lawsuit
Macbeth.
about that, actually. I think it was called Kramer v. Kramer.
Oh.
It was...
I saw the movie. They changed the story in the movie.
You're all about historical accuracy, Macbeth. That seems to be your real motif.
My life.
You know everything about the history of potatoes and where they came from and what stews they're in.
I know the life I lived.
I did just look it up on my little hell pad, and apparently you can say pussy whipped, but saying that your wife is a homely woman is frowned upon. I'm just finding that out. I'm going way
honest.
back. I'm sorry.
She's a good woman, but
I don't even know what homely means. It's a key word that came up as canceled word. I don't know.
I think people glamorize what a queen looks like.
Oh, sure.
And Gru, not that.
Right.
Cleopatra was that way. It was like she's supposed to be the most beautiful woman in history, and then they do one of those weird 3D renderings of her skull. Mm-hmm. You probably don't know what 3D renderings is, but you could probably figure out. They just put
found
clay
out what
on
she
her
looked
face.
like.
Right, they found out what she looked like, and it turns out everyone was like, "Oh, she's fine. She's like a Chicago 7, but an LA 4."
Well, Gru's a Scotland 5.
Okay, an 11th century Scottish 5.
Pretty good.
Wow.
You did well for yourself, Macbeth.
I think so.
Hey, I think we're doing really well. 3 dudes on a podcast rating women's looks.
We love it.
This is a hit. Historically,
We're in hell.
Historically, people will start to listen now.
Macbeth, I mean, obviously you're pissed about this story. It's clearly you almost, I guess in some ways, you kind of are cursed. You're cursed by having this story that follows you around.
I think
much
you're right.
like the guy in the story. Don't you think?
I think I got it better than him.
Yeah?
He got beheaded by some guy that didn't have a mother.
Oh.
It's true. It was very Seven. He like put the head in the box and was like,
And
look what I did.
bunch of trees came up to the castle. Come on, they're just trees.
Trees at a
Get
castle.
the saw. Go mow them down. Mow your lawn, Macbeth.
You ever heard of a termite, Macbeth?
Jeez.
Yeah, Burnham would my ass.
Get some beavers.
Oh, Macbeth, I mean, like, you have any, I guess, besides, giving massages, you have any, like, strong regrets or anything you wish you could have done before you died? I mean, you were a king, you met people on the battlefield, you had a cool claymore that you ran people through with, you had a very nice wife. Any other regrets or things you wish you got to do?
A little bit.
Oh, wow.
One thing I noticed for being a good king, the secret is free snacks. Get lots of snacks. Yummies, dough rings,
Right.
biscuits.
Oh, biscuits.
I only spent 20% of my budget on free snacks. And if I could go back,
Yeah.
I'd make it 80.
Maybe put an extra
Wow.
tithe on the people and just get it, bump that up 60%.
Yeah, but everybody would get free food.
Yeah, and we're happy to pay taxes if we can see the benefits and like
Right.
what it's paying. So
People
like,
want to see that they're getting something for their money, and
right.
you get free donuts. People are very compliant. Cupcakes are good.
Especially back then, I mean, like food's hard to come by.
Oh, there's a bunch of peasants from the mid. I mean, when that, the Black Plague went through, all those people died. They all ended up down here.
I think this would have been slightly before the Black Plague,
Well,
and
no.
also slightly before, way before potatoes. Way before potatoes.
Somebody's pussy whipped.
Yeah, they
God
told that
bless
blister
us.
story.
Yeah.
First of all, Ian, I wasn't done talking. Second of all, you don't know anything about history, so why do you keep cutting people off?
I've listened to podcasts. Like everything we say on here are facts, and anything that we say you can take in your ears as a fact, and you can go around and tell all your coworkers what you heard on this podcast and
Right.
say it's true. No one's gonna fact check
Well,
you.
luckily for you, no one listens. What I was gonna say is that all of those peasants from the medieval ages are down here. They're dead, and like to them, yeah, if you got one sweet treat in your entire pathetic little peasant life, that was like the thing to write home about. So you're saying like you're handing those things
That was
out?
for the royalty. Royalty would get the rich food.
Yeah.
Share it. Spread it around.
Right.
Fair enough.
Just give me wine. It's probably really hard to come by, right?
No, we drank lots of alcohol. The water was really horrible.
That's true. Yeah, it was safer. You didn't realize that the boiling
Yeah.
was what made it safer. You were like, give the kids beer because it's not filled with bacteria.
Well, then it shuts them up.
Yeah, puts them to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably makes them good soldiers, too. Good little soldiers.
Well, good soldiers, but they don't walk in a straight line.
Right. And they're falling asleep on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you give massages to demons who have wings?
That's easy. What you do is you spread the wings.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to try to hide them because that's the first thing you try to do, and then
Right,
that's
right.
uncomfortable for them to lay on their back and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you say, go ahead, pop them, get them out there, and then massage the wings. It's a wing massage.
You ever use any like hot stones, hot coals? We got
Well,
plenty
all
of those
the
all
stones
around.
are
yeah.
hot here,
Yeah,
so that's you can definitely do that. But most of the demons, oddly, are cold-blooded.
Ooh, that's
So-
true.
so-
you have some cold-blooded demons.
Yeah, so it works until they burst into flames.
How much you charge for a little massage, Macbeth?
Massage.
Massage.
Some goblin stuff.
A goblin rupee?
Yeah.
A goblin rupee.
Wow, that's a good
I'll
price.
take, and I work for tips.
The conversion rate from Goblin Rupee to Soul Coin, and then to Gremlin Yen, like you can really make a killing if you do that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I might. Maybe we'll head to break. Maybe I'll. I don't know, Macbeth. Maybe I'll pay you for a little massage, and we'll
All
make
right.
Ian watch.
I'm really good at chatter massages.
I mean, before we go to break, I did just want to ask you,
All
like,
right, Ian's got one question.
What your experience in hell has been like? Like, what have you been doing? What are you up to? Like, have you met anyone cool? Anyone famous? Anyone that you're like, whoa, you're here, like or like, have you been anywhere? Have you been on any trips?
Well, I wander around when I'm not giving massages or anti-massages, as I call them now. And
Sure.
I like to converse with people, but I don't go too close. I haven't really made any good close friends here. I met one guy, big hat, big tall pointy hat.
I'm trying to wonder if it's like a witch or if it's the man in the yellow hat from Curious George.
Large hat and a dress.
Okay, large hat and a dress. Is he a Merlin?
Nice
long
guy.
beard?
Nice guy. No
Merlin?
beard. No
No.
beard. Italian accent.
He could just be someone. Oh, wait, is it like Marco Polo or something?
Da Vinci?
Yeah. I feel like we're circling into it.
Hat and a
right?
dress.
We're
He
Hat,
seemed like a nice guy,
tall
is all I'm
hat.
saying.
dressed. Was he like trading a lot, or was he like talking about like a lot of sciencey stuff?
Oh, he's talking about, I used to make rules. I used to make up all the rules for people to follow.
Oh, the Pope.
Oh, he just, that sounds right. That sounds right.
There were like a lot of popes though. Sometimes there's two popes at the same time.
What?
Yeah,
I've only met this one.
just one.
Yeah, he told me, hey, don't eat that fish. I'm like, fuck off.
Right.
I'm gonna eat the fish.
We don't have Fridays down here. We have TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
But we don't
do have TGI Fridays, but every
That
day is
hell.
Monday.
That is hell.
Yeah, every day's Monday down here. Well, yeah, cool. So you just kind of wander around giving massage. I bet it probably gets annoying though, getting approached. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're that Macbeth," and you're like, "No, I'm not that Macbeth."
Well, most people have only read the Cliff Notes, so they don't know the full
Right.
details, and they don't immediately put it together.
Right.
But some do, and it's just annoying stuff.
I could see why you'd be a solitary guy.
Yeah, you're kind of like stewing, and you're like kind of like hunched over, and you
And you
probably
know,
just take out a lot of.
when you're a king, you got
Yeah.
hundreds and thousands of people you're trying to take care of.
Right.
So when you're doing a massage, it's the person right in front of me. That's the person I'm taking care of, and that's all I care about.
You kind of flipped the script. You were like, I'm done taking care of like hundreds and thousands of people. I just want to take care of one person at a time.
Yep.
Wow. But okay, so actually this is like the biggest cliffhanger that we've got going is like you killed Duncan on the battlefield, but and then you became king.
Yeah.
And then you gave up being king so you could go do massages,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So like what was the rest of your life giving massages like? Like do you remember how you died? Cuz I don't remember how I died.
I'm not really sure. I know that it might have been one of those plague things.
Yeah.
Because I know the town crier died, and then his son took over.
Did he cry while he was dying? or-
I wasn't there,
Oh.
so I didn't hear it. So he's really not a very good town crier.
Right.
He
So-
could have announced that he was dying, and then we all would have heard it.
And it wasn't like one day he was crying and everything was normal, and then the next day he's crying, but his like voice is kind of raspy.
No,
and everyone's
it's
like,
pretty
"Hey,
quick.
what's-"
It's like one day he's there, and the next day he's gone.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's just someone who should have got him a Ricola.
You even get to say bye.
No. And then his son took over because he's his son, but his son is not a good town crier. His
Very
son's-
quiet voice, very
was-
meek.
He's a mime. He's only good at telling us when it's
That's
windy.
literally the worst thing you could be as a town crier.
I mean, could he ring a bell or something?
Well, he could pretend to be ringing a bell.
That's
Right? Mimes they can't have any sound.
oh yeah, notoriously bad criers, notoriously bad singers. Who else makes noise for a living?
You?
Me, yeah, bad podcaster, that's for sure.
Right.
So maybe I'm a mime.
Maybe you are. Maybe you should be.
That-
Maybe we
that-
wish you were.
That would be hell.
Hey, we'll be back with more Nether Region Pod right after this. Hey, welcome back. We're here still with Macbeth, who gave me a nice little massage during the break. Macbeth, I feel great.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Man, the guy's got magic fingers.
Are you sure though? There's all these claw marks in
Yeah,
your
I
back.
know.
I mean, you're You're bleeding.
I am.
I never knew my elbow could go there.
Yeah, I mean, his spine, which traditionally is an R, sometimes it's a really thick P because his spine just moves all over the place, and that's it's an L right now.
Right?
So,
Yeah. No. I mean, I gotta say, yeah, Macbeth, you have some great elbow grease. It's a real thing you got there. I'm gonna have to spread this around.
I followed my dream. I wanted to be a masseuse. I'm good.
Maybe this
Have
is
the gift.
how you could make, some demon bucks, some goblin rubles, or some goblin rupees, some gremlin yen, whatever you want, is by just doing word of mouth massages. I mean, you don't even have to cash in on the whole I'm the real Macbeth.
All right.
Just an idea. You don't have to.
I think that's a great idea because that other Macbeth doesn't exist.
Right.
He's not down here.
But in a lot of ways,
reclaim it.
he exists in people's minds. In the historical record, mainly. He's really overshadowed you.
Yeah.
I don't know if...
I guess I won't do anything.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I try to be nice, and then I just keep talking.
Well, you know who else exists in the minds of many, many uncomfortable young people is you, Ian.
Yeah, a lot of young people listen to this. Yeah.
And
I'm like NSYNC, but
we're gonna
for
play
lonely troubled children.
I wish you were like in sync and you go bye bye bye.
That's funny.
Might have been the Backstreet Boys. Anyway, we're gonna play a little game. We've got the big Wheel of Torment.
Oh God, it's so big.
Yeah, this big old Wheel of Torment. What do you think about
enormous.
that? Yeah, it's a big wheel.
It's so hard to spin.
And we're going to make Ian spin the Wheel of Torment. We're going to see what game it lands on, Macbeth. We're going to play a little game.
All right. I'm game for a game.
Yeah.
You know, like Scotland's famous game, golf.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was invented when you were around.
You guys never golfed?
I killed people.
Killed.
Killed
You
people.
killed people.
Killed. K-I-L-L-A-D.
Oh, hold on, I'm just searching for the how version
Once
of Google
again,
Translate.
listeners, email us
it's not down
netherregionpod@gmail.com if you know what the
here.
hell
No
Macbeth is
idea
saying.
there.
Ian, why don't you go ahead and spin that wheel? All right, Ian, stop taking a dump and spin the wheel. Come on. I thought I'd let you out to go potty early.
Lightening his load.
All right, come on, give it a good hefty whiff.
Ow, my arm!
Round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. And here it is. Ooh, ding, ding, ding. The monkey's paw.
Ooh.
The monkey's paw, Macbeth. Now, you're familiar with a good curse, but Ian is cursed to have to perform a little song and dance like a little monkey. You ever seen those monkeys with the two cymbals? They have those back in your day?
I've seen entertaining chimps. I've seen acrobatic chimps.
Yeah. Acrobatic chimps. All right, Ian, you've got a little song that I made you cue up as a form of torture.
Yeah, I wrote it, and I'd like to put out there that I also wrote the music, mixed it, and produced the entire thing. So this is an Ian Hamilton failed comedian original. It's called Hot Man Paw.
If the Grammys are listening, please, Ian produced this whole thing by himself.
Right,
You just
all
want to
me.
rid of
It's
it.
all me.
All right, let's cue it up.
Ever since that stupid wish came true, I grew a new toe and a crab claw. Wanted a facelift, got a Habsburg jaw. Things got real bad with that monkey's paw. Cause ever since that stupid wish came true.
Oh no.
That brought tears to my eyes.
Macbeth is crying. He loved it.
My ears are bleeding.
Yeah. He wasn't massaging your ear, was he?
No.
I did that?
Oh boy. Hotline Bling, huh?
No. Hot Man Paw, produced completely by me. I mixed it. I came up with the beats.
Uh-huh.
I wore Beats by Dre while I was doing it, but
Okay.
yeah, that's all me.
Wow. Well, That's right. We're going to be playing a little game here, Macbeth, called the Monkey's Paw. So we've got some wishes.
Uh-huh.
We're going to throw out these wishes, and then the three of us are going to come together and see some ways that we could... are you familiar with the Monkey's Paw?
It's the hand of a monkey.
Yeah, it's the hand of a monkey, but I know you don't really like stories about things that aren't historically accurate, but...
Do you know who Jordan Peele is? His production company is called Monkey's Paw Productions. No?
You got me on that one.
Boy, how do I even explain this?
Get out, brief candle. All right, so Monkey's Paw is basically it was a story about, this guy has this magic monkey's paw. It's like you make wishes, and those wishes come true, but they always have a little bit of a curse. You know how like the guy that you're not based on stories?
He wanted something that he thought was going to be really good, and it just
turned out really bad.
Really bad.
Yeah, that guy has, by the way, no integrity, because he's like, him and his wife are like, let's kill these people. And then they do, and then they were like, "Oh no, other people know we killed these people. Let's kill those people too." And then they kill all these people, and they're like, "Well, why did we do that?" If you're gonna do it, then live with it. Don't go insane. Although maybe they went insane first.
I think you have to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been a little crazy.
All right.
I'm never gonna survive, Macbeth.
So,
Been a little.
Macbeth, here's the first one I'll throw out, right?
Right.
It's a common wish. I'm sure it's maybe a wish that even you tried to have happen when you were the king of Scotland. Is peace on earth.
Oh, well.
Peace on earth.
Wow.
So you grab the monkey's paw and you wish for peace on earth, and then
Somebody would do that? Want peace on earth?
Are there problems with that?
Oh, I just wouldn't be the first thing on my list.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I'd want power. I want probably riches.
New massage chair.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Yeah. For everybody, without having to pay for them. Free.
Wow.
Free cupcakes.
Right. I mean, if you're paying 80% taxes, you better get cupcakes out of it.
gotta say, Macbeth, you got a real sweet tooth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No more cold potatoes for this guy.
Wow, he's getting
this
some
kid-
talent.
Potatoes with sugar on them.
Oh, go off, King.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Literally, go off, King.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Okay,
Peace
so
on earth.
Peace on earth. What's the monkey's paw? I mean, first of all,
Yeah.
for me, it sounds kind of boring,
Wow.
right? Like,
Peace on earth, no conflict.
Well, but how would you know? Like, you're just like, oh, nothing's happening, so I guess I got it?
yeah, everybody's nice all the time and generous and caring, and you're like, where's the gossip?
Right.
Where's the news?
Where's
the
the
town
news?
crier would have nothing to say.
He'd have nothing to say. Actually, that would be in the one instance where your town crier's son would be the best.
Let's
Right.
give
He
him
would have
something
nothing
to
to say.
mime about.
I thought his song was
You're a
done.
Shania pain in my ass. You know that?
Oh.
Yeah, peace on earth. There's no conflict. So then, like, things that Ian loves, which is like stupid, obscure TV shows and movies, there'd be nothing. You wouldn't have A Serious Man. Your favorite movie that nobody has ever seen.
Fuck. Okay, first of all, plenty of people love A Serious Man. It's the best movie ever made.
Uh-huh.
And Coen brothers are a national treasure. Fred Melamed is an incredible actor.
Shout out Fred Malaman. Email us, netherregionpod@gmail.com.
Please email us, Fred Melamed. You're right, though.
Is there a book?
No, I think it's just well, I guess it's based on the Book of Job in a lot of ways.
I know Christianity. I know it's in there, but
You skipped over Job.
Oh,
You were like, I don't want a job. I already got one.
boring.
Old Testament. I want this New Testament.
Okay, peace on earth. So no TV shows, no movies, nothing good. Pretty boring existence.
No
Megan.
conflict. No
Yeah.
battles on the battlefield.
No
Bad.
Macbeth.
No Macbeth.
No Macbeth the play. No battles, but no Macbeth the play.
Wouldn't you kind of be bored though as a king if there was no battles?
Bored.
Because like that's
So
kind of the whole
bored.
thing you would want to do, right? Is you'd like, I got to go to battle with this duchy. 'Cause
Why
it's
have
like,
a castle if you can't protect it?
Right. And then all those cupcakes you're making for people, it's free, right? Because there's no conflict. So why would you charge people for it? The 80%.
Well, I'd have no problem with that. more the merrier for the cupcakes.
And then
But nobody would fight over the cupcakes, or nobody would feel special because just they get the cupcakes.
Right.
here's another thing: no one would feel tense. Fewer people with back issues. So all of a sudden, this is bad for you, good for me, because I
Nothing to
famously
rub.
have back issues.
I have nothing to rub.
You have nothing to rub. Back issues are kind of the backbone of your whole economy now.
People holding tension. That's what I need. Anxiety.
Right. And then also, if everything's peaceful, who needs a ruler?
Peace on earth is a lousy idea.
Yeah. I'd
That's
throw
a
out-
curse. I'd be cursed by that.
That's a real
Yeah.
monkey's paw scenario for you.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw out this one too. Is like you wish for peace on Earth, and then a big ass Tetris piece just falls on Earth.
Sure.
Well, that's. You need to be clear on how you're spelling things when you're talking to that monkey's paw.
That's true. You should spell out
The monkey's
every
paws are like
word.
Ian. They can't spell. They spell at a kindergarten level.
Yeah. I mean, do they take everything too literally, too, the monkey's paw?
Yeah.
Or does it, I mean, also, does it speak every language? Ooh. You know?
Because like you're
All
speaking
right.
Scottish, and it might not understand what the fuck you're saying.
I
Yeah.
barely understand a fucking what you're saying.
I'm speaking English.
Not the Queen's English.
ANGLISH.
Did your dentures fall out?
Oh shit! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, well,
Get those things here. Macbeth,
Oh,
sorry.
they're just like the wind-up, dentures, too. Right.
Well, that's peace on Earth.
right.
Let's do another one here. Macbeth, you might not be. Hopefully, this is like a really, really, really fancy, fast horse that's made of metal. It's called a sports car.
Oh. All right.
So people sometimes wish they had a sports car, which is like, well, it's really expensive and it goes really fast, but you can almost never use the fact that it goes really fast.
Because.
It's illegal, basically.
You know how like sometimes on the King's Road,
Yeah.
you can only really fit like maybe one or two caravans going at the same time. This is the King's Road. Because there's like brigands and there's other things, and it's like so you would wish for a sports car, I think, in this monkey paw scenario, but then you would be permanently stuck in traffic on the King's Road.
Well, there's that. And if you go too fast with a horse or a carriage, you tip over.
Right.
So would that happen to a sports car? You tip over.
Yeah.
You can flip them.
Yeah. I mean, what's the guy from Fast and the Furious?
Vin Diesel's.
Yeah. Vin Diesel told me that you could flip a sports car.
Is someone named Vin Diesel here?
Well, I think it's like
He's a very well-respected actor back on Earth.
I don't think it's his Christian name.
He's
either.
been robbed at the Oscars year after year after year.
He
Macbeth.
is Groot. I don't know if. You don't know Gru. You don't know Groot.
Oh, man.
So boy.
So we could just say like the fastest horse in the entire kingdom of
Right.
Scotland.
So you
Fastest
wish-
horse, but it's
yeah.
metal.
It's the fastest
Steel
metal,
metal?
horse.
And you sit on it.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think you need diesel, or maybe premium gas, which is really expensive.
Oh. You just can't, you don't feed it.
Yeah. Well, but then if you don't feed it, it doesn't go.
All right. So we got this magical thing called a sports car.
Right.
And it goes really fast, but you
Right.
can't drive it really fast.
Right.
Uh,
How else would you curse that? Throw a curse.
I
on
don't
there.
see a curse except that you just wouldn't be able to enjoy what it really does,
Right.
right? You'd be stuck in traffic or going really slow.
Yeah.
Why would you want one?
Why would you want one? And the insurance claims, the prices are the monthly spending on insurance. So you wish for a sports car, but you yourself are not a wealthy person,
So
right?
the car itself is expensive, but you get
Right.
that for free because of the monkey's paw.
Right, but then
and
all-
then there's these other things you have to pay for.
Very expensive, and then you realize, oh my God, I did not have the money to maintain this very fast metal horse. I just have this very fast metal horse that I can't even put food into, and the cops pull me over anytime I drive around the block.
That's like having like wanting to be the king and having a castle.
Right.
Your kingdom needs
Right.
money.
Right.
You
That'd be
need
like,
money.
yeah, if you gifted maybe some of your counts or barons or different people within your fiefdom. You said, yeah, you could have a castle up in the Highlands, and they get there like, oh fuck, I need staff, I need all these people. Kind of like what a sports car is, right?
Right.
You damage that thing, you got to take it to a very expensive dealership. I would say one thing I would put on it, is you are in a sports car, but you have to constantly. You can only drive it around if you can convince Vin Diesel to sit in the passenger seat. I think that's one curse that I would put on it.
Sounds like a curse.
Ooh, and let's throw The Rock in there as well, right? So you have to get Vin Diesel and The Rock,
And
to
they don't
sit
get
there with you.
along. They famously don't get along.
Diesel and a rock on the sports car. You have to put the sports car somewhere too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Where do you put it? Well, how big is it? Would you put it in your castle?
I think it could fit in a castle.
An animal in the castle, though. I mean,
So the stable?
no place for it,
Would it go
right.
where you could put a horse?
yeah, but what if the stable burns? I think you need extra stable insurance, too.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of.
Also, this is just tough to translate to Macbeth. this wish, he's doing a bang up job, but like the translation,
Well,
his
here,
era
maybe
is
this
just so tough.
final one that we have. Maybe
And he
this
doesn't know
one.
movies.
He's a real foil for you. Real Shakespeare's first folio for you. I tried my best. Okay.
I'll be your foil Laertes. That's
Yeah.
Hamlet.
All right, this last one, I think this one may resonate with you, Macbeth, is a better attention span. So you wish for a better attention span.
And then you get it.
You get it,
But then
how is it cursed?
Well, I mean, I think if you're paying attention to everything, it's gonna bother the heck out of you.
Ooh, you notice every
You'll notice
single
everything.
detail.
You're paying attention.
Wow.
You're gonna hear everything. You're gonna hear all the details.
Oh my god.
everything probably looks really gross. You notice everything's wrinkles and polyps and weird.
Pus.
Yeah, back to pus. Just like everything gross about a person, you're just seeing it all, like nothing would be attractive.
Yeah, I'm. Why would someone ask for that?
Well,
I don't know, Ian. Why would someone ask for that?
okay, so in the 21st century, where I come from, there's this big thing called ADD and ADHD. And whether you have it in your brain or whether everyone just has it because you're looking at screens all the time, let me try to explain screens. Well, Vin Diesel's on screens.
Okay.
Um,
And
They're
that's
like magical glowing rocks that contain all information.
so people stare at it
Yeah.
like they get mesmerized.
It's kind of a monkey's paw situation now that I think about it.
I think if you had a better attention span too, people would rely on you more, right? You'd be more reliable because now you're not known as someone who kind of like forgets things all the time.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, you have to be the person who remembers all the fucking birthdays. You're just remembering every single slight or detail that someone ever did to you because you have just a better
I was
attention
going to
span.
say people with perfect memories hold on to resentments and grudges super hard. Everyone forgets about it because
They don't let it go.
Kind of like you, Macbeth. In some ways, you're still holding on to a grudge from like at least 500 years ago.
Well, what is time?
Well, in hell, it's very complicated. Every day's a Monday. It's not exactly a solar year.
You're here for all eternity.
I mean, I'm learning about this other stuff like sports cars and screens,
And Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Vin
Yeah,
Di-
Gru. Different Gru.
different grooves.
Yeah, I mean, it all gets very complicated, but fuck. Oh, no, there was something else I wanted to say.
Should have wished for better attention
Oh,
span.
yeah.
No! What were we talking about before Vin Diesel?
You have.
What was before Vin Diesel?
There was, quite frankly, in my book, no.
There was nothing.
That's how the Bible should have started. It should have said Genesis 1:1.
I mean,
First, there was
what
Vin
was
Diesel.
before the sports cars?
No, it was like 3 minutes ago. Oh, that was it. This is it. See,
He's
this
got
is
it.
important.
This is gonna be good, Macbeth.
This is my process. This is why I'm a failed comedian, is I let everyone see my process.
This is why.
I have plenty of silence. I say, shut up, and let me think to the audience all the time. I just get my thoughts out loud. I mumble.
Yeah, what was it?
And I can't remember what I was going to say, except for right now, which I do remember what I was about to say, and I'm about to say it right now. And that thing I was going to say
I'm
is...
quickly losing my attention.
We need to get a podcast with you and Shakespeare on. That would be gold.
Yeah.
You v. Shakespeare.
That would be like a boxing match.
I'd like to have some words with that dude.
And we'd it's
I don't know if you want to have words with him, Macbeth.
Oh, well.
He's kind of a wordsmith.
Well,
The
then
dude's a yapper.
I will speak with my sword.
Whoa.
Or
Now
I'll
you're
massage
talking.
him to death.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see that.
A massage off.
Yeah, we'll get the two of you on. It'll be like trying to think of a TV show that you've never seen that would have two opposing viewpoints on. But I don't really watch that stuff.
All right, so you know how like in your world there's rocks. We call those hardballs.
I was thinking hardball, but I was like, I thought that was Jim Cramer. Anyway,
No.
Anyway, but
He
wouldn't
gives
that be
great
a good...
financial advice. He's a guy you used to listen to quite a lot.
Oh yeah, that's part of the reason that my family is fighting over settling my estate up on Earth, because I have many debts.
You know a thing or two
Yeah.
about estates, Joe. Or
What? Is that the first name of the other Macbeth?
Yeah, Joe Macbeth. That's the fictional Macbeth.
yeah,
Well, there's Joe and Gru. Yeah,
yeah. Shakespeare conveniently left that part out, but I feel that.
and
Name.
then he killed Macduff's children, which were the minions.
All right, well
That works.
that was the monkey's paw. Listeners, email it. Ian is clapping to nobody. That was the monkey's paw. Listeners, email us netherregionpod@gmail.com. Tell us how you would curse a piece on Earth. I can't even read my own writing. A sports car, or a better attention span, and let us know what you think and what you would do.
Well, did you say a better attention span? Because better just means better.
That's true.
It's not.
That's a really good
It
point.
just means like you did some mind exercises.
Sounds like none of us were really paying attention.
Holy shit! Yeah.
A little better. Yeah, I could read a book.
Art's like me now. He can't even pay attention to the things he says.
Doing this with Ian, even though it's a form of torture, has made me significantly dumber.
Yes.
And even though I have an eternal life in some ways, I think it has shortened it in some ways. So,
Yeah, but you're like, it's kind of like I'm your first torment, right? For all eternity. But before that, you can't really even tell me. I've asked you many times what you were doing before this. And it's kind of like,
I was doing lots of stuff.
yeah, you're usually like,
I was in Hell
I am
College.
the Vin Diesel and the Omega. You know?
Well, I was in Hell College, and then I did a residency for 4 years where I went to, torture school, and then I did an 8-year residency on Earth in human skin, so that I can learn all sorts of things about humanity and
What
Earth.
was your name on
to
Earth?
bring it back. I'm not going to tell you that, Ian. I'm not that dumb.
I thought you were going to say like Marilyn Manson or something. Oh.
No, but I did have my ribs removed,
Okay.
but not for the reason you think.
Is it for blowing yourself?
It's for sucking my own dick.
Okay.
All right, there's only one last thing to do here, Macbeth, and that is, of course, I am always looking for inspiration and new ways to torture this guy Ian. And one of the big ways we do it is this podcast, but the other big way is I love to ask our guests, what is your personal hell? And then when you tell me your personal hell, I want you to think about it. I am going to conjure up a real torment and torture scenario.
Torment. I got you going now. Now you're saying torment.
No, it's torture.
No, humans prefer torment.
And I'm going to cook it up live on air. We'll kind of see, and then Ian's going to rate it on his own little Ian scale that makes no sense. And we'll see how good I do as coming up with a torture. So, Macbeth, what's your personal hell?
Well, I think you know that. Constantly being mistaken for that other Macbeth.
Wow.
So having you being mistaken for somebody who's worse than you, is that possible? Maybe this. I don't know. Well, there's that, and there's also just getting a bad massage. Maybe getting a bad massage while being dressed as someone you're not.
Right. I mean, there are a lot of other Ian Hamiltons out there. So, maybe one of them did something horrible. And everyone's like, hey, you're that Ian Hamilton from the news. And I'm like, no, I swear I'm failed comedian Ian Hamilton. I'm not that Ian Hamilton. And they're like, no, you are that Ian Hamilton.
All right,
you're the one that ate all the lunches of the kindergartners in that class for a year, and they were children, so they didn't speak up, and you kept eating their lunch every day. And I'm like, no, that is a different Ian Hamilton. That's not me. Okay?
Like that, but getting a massage with somebody with a hangnail.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, this is a good one.
So
this
the
is good,
masseuse is like, oh, you have a lot of tension in your shoulders, and then it's like, whoa, you're Ian Hamilton?
Right. So there's going to be, I'm going to put you in an old, creaky massage chair, Ian. It's disgusting. It's got that kind of leather, and it feels like when you get into a leather car after it's hot as fuck outside.
Oh, no.
And it's all sticky to your skin. You're completely nude. They don't have any towels.
I hate that.
So there's no way for you to hide your little fire crotch because you're not like your dad. And the masseuse has
he's
these
more Italian.
these disgusting hangnails. They've been chewing their little You see the masseuse chew their hangnails, and they're ripping them off with their mouth. It's just gross. And they're getting those hangnail when your fingers bleed. And they keep mistaking you as Major League Baseball pitcher for the New York Yankees, Ian Hamilton.
Right, he was on the White Sox for a while, too.
He was on the White Sox for a little while. So I think that is the torture scenario, Ian. What do you think about that? How does that make you feel?
So I'm on sticky leather.
Yeah.
They're chewing their cuticles, bleeding all over me.
And they're about to give you a big old massage.
A big old massage. And they're like, hey, you've been in the league for a while, but your stats aren't great. And I have to be like, I'm not the specialty pitcher that you're thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm just some guy with a bunch of podcasts nobody'll ever listen to.
Right. I'm not a failed pitcher. I'm a failed comedian.
No. And then, and are they a good masseuse or?
No, they're awful.
Yeah.
I mean, what's one way a masseuse could be awful, Macbeth?
They press too hard.
Yeah.
They don't listen to you when you're like, ouch, that hurts.
Okay.
They dig into crevices that they shouldn't be digging into.
So they've got one hand that is all gross and chewed up, and it's bleeding, and there's hangnails everywhere. The other arm is the Winter Soldier's mechanical arm, and it's just from those superhero movies. Sebastian Stan.
Like a knight's glove.
And they're gauntlet.
They're digging in.
No, wait, the Infinity
Gauntlet.
Okay. Macbeth knows all about Thanos. The
Infinity Stones go way back. That's what I killed Duncan for.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Shakespeare didn't even put that in.
That's the best part.
He missed a very good story.
We'll have to hash it out when we bring Shakespeare on to battle you, Macbeth.
Marvel was reading the cliff notes of Shakespeare's what he cut,
We got to get your rating on your little Ian scale. What do you think about that torture scenario?
Okay, so I'm going to have to give that... So the Ian Hamilton scale is
and your masseuse has an erection.
Your masseuse has an erection, of course. That's a given. I thought that was a given, but thank you for clarifying, Macbeth.
Is it a big, impressive erection, or is it
It's pointy.
It's pointy. Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
Yeah, let's just say they've got peace on Earth.
I don't really get it.
Let's try to do it. Call back, I guess.
Okay.
Try my best.
I've forgotten what we've talked about already.
All right, Ian.
Okay.
Give us that rating. The listeners are dying to know.
Okay, so I'm going to give that a rating of 6 Pop-Tarts. But these are Pop-Tarts that diminish in quality as you eat them. Well, 3 Pop-Tarts, right, is that's a great amount of Pop-Tarts, right?
Uh-huh.
But then more than that, it starts to get worse, right? So I'm going to give this 6 Pop-Tarts.
Out of?
Well, it's
just 6 Pop-Tarts.
It's just 6 Pop-Tarts, but they diminish in quality as you go. All right. So you ride the roller coaster of, ooh, good Pop-Tart. And you're like, man, that was really good. I'm going to have another one. And you're like, oh, man, I think I'm going to have a 3rd Pop-Tart. And then, you're so addicted to the taste that you just kind of slowly pick at 3 more Pop-Tarts. And your stomach is a rock after that. You really feel bad.
But it's not a Vin Diesel. Listeners, let us know what you think about that torture scenario. Email us, netherregionpod@gmail.com, and let us know if you would give it 6 Pop-Tarts. I think you're going to maybe have to work with Ian to see.
The Pop-Tarts, they're
what that
good, and
means.
then they diminish in quality. So to you as a person, how many Pop-Tarts does it, what's the turning point from good to bad for you? And also, these are s'mores Pop-Tarts, and they've been toasted.
Well, hey, I just heard the sound of a Hellcat, and I don't know about you guys, but
Get that damn thing away from me.
well,
It's always here.
it's always hanging out around here when we record. I don't really know why, but for some random reason, I don't really know why, it just reminded me of Earth playwright Joe Janes. Macbeth.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, does that sound of a Hellcat randomly remind you of something for no reason at all?
Often. Joe Janes comes to Scotland quite frequently, to Edinburgh.
Really?
To perform at the Fringe Festival.
Wow.
2 years ago, he and some people brought Macbeth by the Sea.
Oh, okay.
That play is going to be going on in Chicago in November.
In November? Where's that at?
The Den Theater.
Oh, I'm gonna have to use our little Palantir to look at what's going on Earth and watch this play, because I saw Joe Janes in a play called Meet the Author, where he was very funny, and it was about a really bad writer of spy novels. And the funniest thing about it was at the beginning of the play, he read a chapter from the novel, and then it turns out it was the end of the book. And that was very funny.
Sounds like a moron.
Right. So if he's ever doing that in Chicago too, I highly recommend it.
Look for that in the spring.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
At
okay.
a bookstore near you.
Awesome. Well, anything else about this playwright Joe Janes, or just check out his upcoming show, Macbeth by the Sea, at the Den Theater in November.
Yeah, it's combined with another show called The Greatest Theatrical Event Ever.
Wow.
So that's the first act, and the second act is Macbeth by the Sea.
Wow, fantastic.
Well, the first one sounds kind of mid, but Macbeth by the Sea sounds great.
Well, thank you, Macbeth. Ian, anything you need to plug besides your mouth?
As always, I heard that snappy little comment. As
I'm a little
always,
stinker.
my family on Earth is struggling to pay my debts. They still can't afford a coffin for me. They still can't settle my estate because of my many bad financial decisions I made. So please just Venmo me at Hamilchin. Any amount of money is fine.
Why don't they just set you on fire?
My dad used to always joke like, "Oh, just throw me to the wolves," and I am thinking maybe it'll get to that point. But even then,
Yeah.
I'm in such debt that the collectors are just coming after everybody up there. Yeah.
If they threw Ian to the wolves, he would come back leading the pack to extinction.
Yeah, I started a couple failed businesses as well as a couple failed podcasts. So,
And as always, you can email us, netherregionpod@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Let us know how much you want to see Shakespeare versus Macbeth in
Bring
the
it on.
massage to the death.
Bring it on.
Wow, we have a call out live on air to Shakespeare versus Macbeth massage off.
can you give us like some kind of Hulk Hogan-esque, like, like I'm coming for you, Shakespeare, like WWE style?
I don't know who Hulk Hogan is, but
It's kinda
I
like Vin
imagine
Diesel.
If you were to cut a promo, if you were a town crier trying to
hype up a big
this fight.
jousting match or night tournament, right?
Shakespeare, you better not show, because I will rip off your head and I will chew on your esophagus.
Shit.
And I'll rub your calves
Well, sounds kind of nice. With long nails.
with long nails and an erection.
It's on, Shakespeare. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
We're not just a Got You podcast.
He's
We're
the-
also a Come Get It podcast.
He's the haggis from Hellraiser. He's the haggis Hellraiser.
I like it.
Macbeth. Oh, can't wait to see that. Well, listeners, let us know. You can also find us at Nether Region Pod, wherever you are on social media, which is the most hellish way to get any kind of information. There'll be a link tree in the description.
Social media is pure hell, and all fan mail goes straight to hell. So, just email us.
Well, hey, Ian, how you feeling?
I feel like shit. This
Yeah.
is the worst day of my life.
Yep.
Or hell day, I guess. It's
Right.
always a Monday. It was horrible. This was an awful, awful time.
Macbeth, how you feeling?
I'm looking forward to leaving.
See? He gets it.
Well, hey, I feel fantastic, and, well, there's only one last thing to say, and that's get the hell out of here.